Today, Honourable Premier Tokitalangi announced the date for dissolution of government and US general election. The 9th of April has been confirmed as date for dissolution of Parliament and the 7th of May for the island's general elections. According to Premier Tokitalangi, the reasons for the dates is that government decided not to have a long caretaking role, and setting the date for a May election avoids the busy April period. He also said that the new Legislative Assembly meeting next week will be a formality to advise Assembly of the preparations of government as well as the goodbyes. We will bring you more on that story in our future news bulletin. This morning, a swearing-in of new Minister Honourable Billy Graham Talangi to replace Honourable Olaf Jacobson was witnessed by a new cabinet and representatives of government this morning. Honourable Billy Talangi expressed his gratitude to the leader of the country and cabinet for electing him to take over from Minister Olaf Jacobson, who last week departed the island to resume her role as new High Commissioner to New Zealand. He also acknowledged the short period in which he accepted the post, but still humbled to receive such recognition from government. Honourable Talangi was elated as he accepted his new role and announced that the gift of being a cabinet minister was the best birthday present for his 54th birthday today. Honourable Billy Talangi holds the portfolios for Health Services, Women's Services, Public Works Department and New Power Corporation. Also, another warrant presented this morning by the Speaker of the House to Honourable Gustava Esther Pavihi, who is now Acting Minister for Honourable Bokoto Sipili. Honourable Pavihi accepted her new role. She will now hold the portfolios for Administrative Services, Post and Telecommunications, DAF, ISO, Government Accommodation, Taonga Niue and Broadcasting Corporation. Progress towards developing Niue's own ombudsman-backed services is this week taking on board capacity building training for the Complaints Handling Ombudsman-backed Services, or CHOPS. The purpose of the Ombudsman-backed Service is to deal with complaint investigation and resolution of disputes from the public in regards to services provided by government departments. 2 staff from New Zealand Ombudsman's branch in Wellington are on the island for 2 weeks to conduct training. Training sessions for this week will focus on those who will be responsible for handling complaints such as Justice, Niue Public Service Commission and Crown Law Office. Participants will be in these training workshops until Thursday, and further training will be held next week for the selected liaison officers within all departments. Government's plans to develop the tourism industry and expand its horizon in island development is seeing the start of work with our construction team on the island to begin. According to Honourable Premier Tokitalangi, government is pleased with the progress in development, which will see the renovations of Matawai Resort and an additional 20-room extension, but all is not Niue's until a few more years. Honourable Tokitalangi said New Zealand government offered to develop Matawai, selecting a special trust to head its campaign to assist Niue in its efforts to increase capacity. He also said that the resort will not the only development, but it is expected that a similar concept like that of Leolangi will also be made possible, and government's advice to the company heading the renovations and building is to utilize Niuean businesses and services on the island. Another historical building to be developed is the old Robert Rex building, which will be utilized for the Niue Tourism Centre. The initial development is expected to conclude in 12 months. Niue's sporting body, Nisanok, held its annual general meeting on Saturday with most sporting codes on the island. This year's AGM also included the general elections. However, most positions in the executive committee remains as no other posing names were submitted. According to reports from the meeting, the 3 positions advised of their final terms in the committee, with the next general elections confirmed for 2015. The President's post, Secretary General and Treasurer's post were up for grabs then. So it remains the Nisanok Executive Committee, President Des Hipa, Senior Vice President Maru Talangi, Vice Presidents Spito Hetutu and Poyo Kisene, Secretary General Alan Tano, Treasurer Sue St. Clair, and Assistant Secretary Manongi Poihanga. According to Secretary General of Nisanok, the meeting was a success with more information distribution and to the development of sports on the island, including sponsorship and marketing. To end our news bulletin for tonight, last Saturday, melodies emanated from the Millennium Hall at the Ecclesia Cristiano Niue, congregated for the annual choir festival. The annual Aho Me program was fairly straightforward with good representation from all villages. An Ecclesia Niue representative says that in the past the Aho Me was a celebration of sorts that spanned over a number of days and included a variety of events such as cultural sports and concluded with the song festival. However, with times this has changed due to time constraints and numbers, but it is envisaged that this will be revived in future programs. The day was opened with words of welcome from the President, Reverend Arthur Pihingia, with the theme focusing singing the praise and words of God daily. The challenge this year was that each congregation was to sing songs based on Bible verses, which proved quite entertaining. Also part of the program, the offering collections for this year reaching just over $17,000, slightly higher than last year, which will go towards developments of the Ecclesia Niue. The day concluded just before midday. That's our news bulletin for tonight. Good evening.